It was a very good year. It was a very good year for small town girls and soft summer nights. We'd hide from the lights on the village green. When I was 17.
Hello, how are you? Have you been alright through all those lonely, 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 lonely nights? That's what I'd say. I'd tell you everything if you'd pick up that telephone. Yeah, yeah. Hey, how you feeling? Are you still the same? Don't you realize the things we did were all for real, not a dream? I just can't believe they've all faded out of view. Oh yeah. Love you need ain't gonna see it through. And I wonder why the little things you planned ain't coming true. Oh, telephone line, give me some time. I'm living in twilight. Oh, telephone line, give me some time. I'm living in twilight. Okay, so no one's answering. Can you just let it ring a little longer, 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 longer? I'll just sit tight through the shadows of the night. Let it ring forevermore. Oh, yeah, yeah. amabile qual piuma al vento muta l'accento e di pensiero sempre un amabile leggiadro viso il pianto e riso e menzognero la donna inabile qual piuma al vento muta l'accento pensiere
Gosh, are we here? Are we here? We're here.
Okie dokie, Boomer.
We're here. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was a little long intro for sure.
Yeah, it was like what, four and a half minutes, almost 5 minutes. But you know, I mean, Jimmy, what does Jimmy do? He just like what, 45-minute intro. So.
Yeah, well, shit, you just sit on hold with Jimmy. Like, hey, Jimmy might show up in the building in the next hour.
Yeah,
I think out.
I think as long as we keep it around 5-6 minutes, we're okay. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Hey, chats, what's up?
What's up, chat? Hi, everybody. Oh my God, we got a ton of people in here. Wow, look at all that. We got Kate. Uncle Warren.
Kate.
Do I really look like Kirk Douglas, Uncle Warren? I don't think I look, especially nowadays.
Kirk Douglas? I don't know. He doesn't look that bad for his age, honestly.
Not. Fred Edwards, Snow Leopard. What's going on? Holy smokes, Jilly. What's up, Jilly? We got Jilly. There's Uncle Warren. Yeah, he's in there mixing it up. Uncle Warren's got a show right after ours tonight, 9 o'clock. 12 o'clock Eastern is a secret show. Becca C., good to see you, Becca.
The secret show. It's a secret.
The secret show. Yes, the secret show. I think him and Jimmy do that.
Eric T. Red's in the house.
Eric, we got a hell of a Sabby segment. She's been killing it for the last week. Sabrina Salvati, if you have not gone over to Sabby Sabs and subbed and shared, you're missing out, everybody. Gamer, what's going on,
hey, Gamer?
Good to see you. Pista of Oz looks like Lawrence Welk. Thank you, very little. I appreciate that. Thank you, Pista. I grew up with Lawrence Welk. Are you kidding me? Can't you tell the way I format these shows? I mean, really.
You can.
Jax. Hi, Jax. How's the move going, Jax? Jax was having some Mexican food the other night, and I was like drooling. And yes, I am number 6 on the eye color, Jax. It's a blue-gray is what I've got. It used to be a little green, but I think the older I get, the grayer it gets. So Wesley Donison, good to see you. Oh, I hope I'm calling everybody out here. Oh, I hate to miss people.
Eric, we were hanging with the Kennedy stands this weekend.
All right. Vic.
I'm going to start calling them that. That's exactly what they are. Sabby dropped the F-bomb last night. Woohoo, my girl. I love it when Sabby drops a good F-bomb.
I just happened to catch that segment where she dropped the F-bomb.
I appreciate a good F-bomb.
I do too. Well played. Sabby is very, very clean when she speaks and clear, but man, when she gets riled up, she lets it fly with the best of us. Vic.
Pyramid 7, it's your birthday. Happy birthday.
They say it's your birthday. Thurston Community Media's in the house. VSA Dams, good to see you. Good to see Rob Juno. Good to see you, Rob. Always good to see you. Rad Angel. Anthony. And Ghost Start. What's up, Ghost? I saw Ghost Start all over the place this week in between my my thing, Pyramid 7. Yes. Did I get everybody? Did I miss anybody? I hope I didn't.
You got the YouTube, right? Have we got the rock fan yet?
I haven't got the rock fan yet.
I see Brad's hanging out there. So is Lizzie. Hey, Lizzie. Copeland Morris is hanging out. Fred Edwards. Fred, you're everywhere. Crone of Hershey. Ronnie Graham. Dingo ate me, baby. Wrong mouse. Darn it. I got too many mice.
Oh, I know. I got
chasing them around my table.
Yeah.
Nautilus. Hi, Nautilus. Good to see you.
Love that. I was just thinking about that, Nautilus. So we got some people over on the Rumble. Hi, everybody over on the Rumble.
Hi, Rumble.
Hi, Rumble. Kate's over there and says we got quite a few people watching. I don't know.
We got a good show, man. There's enough shit to talk about. We live in a constant dumpster fire, so it's been easy to write shows.
Can I give a health update?
Please give us a health update.
I learned something this week. When you have a surgery, any kind of surgery, preferably not too major a surgery, always follow it up with food poisoning. That's the way to do it. Once you have that surgery, you're hurting, you're sick, go ahead and eat some moldy cheese. That's that really, because I swear, Chanda, Thursday, I made this beautiful souffle and I had some cheese in the fridge with a little mold on it, so I figured I'd be smart and trim it off. Big mistake. Because I was cratered Friday and I had to write this show this morning.
Oh, that doesn't sound like a good time. Cheese is mold. Yeah, cheese is mold.
Terrible.
But yeah, you just think, you cut around it, right? That's what Mom always told us. Oh, just cut it off.
I think it has something to do with being youthful and being able to eat anything.
Have an iron stomach.
Yeah,
exactly.
It is. So how was your week? Was your week good?
I had a good week. Let's see what I do. Oh, I brought the Patreons a big surprise. We'll talk about that in a second. But I took a few days off and just vegged out and caught up on a bunch of HBO stuff. And I needed it. I feel like I need more.
I can't get enough rest. I mean, today I was feeling pretty good Thursday, and then I torpedoed myself with a moldy cheese. And then today I'm starting to feel better. But it wasn't one of those things where I'm running to the bathroom. It was every joint in my body was killing me. So that was one of those.
Oh, that's the worst. I hate body aches.
Oh, it was terrible. Terrible.
Snow Leopard, you're so lucky. You have no idea how a titanium stomach is just awesome.
Oh, yeah. I used to have one too. I could out-drink, out-eat, do just about everybody else on everything. We do have new Patreon this week. Let me get it up here and see if I can.
I think my internet's dragging a little bit if I pop in and out.
Let's see what we got here. We have a new Patreon this week, and
we do.
Let me see if I can get it here. Here it comes. Oh, there it is. Oh, and it didn't stop. Where is it? Chanda?
Where? I don't know. What are we talking about?
Uger Roll is the new Patreon.
It's our new Patreon. That's such a cool name.
Yeah, I'm going to try and find his name here. Let me see if I can get up behind
it. It's in the scroll. I think it just goes by so fast.
There it is. Uger Roll. That's the new name.
There you go. Welcome. We appreciate you.
Big Boomer, too.
Big Boomer.
Wow.
Big Boomer. Yes, yeah, Big Boomer, of course. And I feel so now I'm like, I got to step it up and actually start doing something over on the Patreon for our Big Boomers. So, this week I had an extra, 15 minutes or so of footage. So I chopped it up and I put it up on the Patreon, a Patreon exclusive. So if you're a Patreon, go check it out. You'll get a few extra 15 minutes of the interview that, Q&A and interview that we did.
No, that was the Shiptons. You interviewed them inside the theater? Is that where that was at?
Well, no, they did a Q&A after the movie and I recorded some of the Q&A, which is so insightful. I mean, they've been traveling the world. They know everything there is to know about the free speech argument, right?
Oh, yeah. And just traveling like that, not to mention the stress of what's actually just wears you down. But
oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. Yeah, no.
It seemed like you and Amber had a really good interview with them, though. Good time. It was great to be there.
We had a really good conversation. They were very down-to-earth human beings. And that makes it even harder because now it's even more personal, right? I fought to free Assange for years and years and years because it's the right thing to do. Because when you don't have freedom of press, you don't have freedom of speech. But now that I've met them and I've watched the movie about their lives and their personal relationships in and amongst each other, you know, Julian's dad to Stella and the kids. And now it's like personal for me. Like, you know, I want to see these people reunited with their family members.
Yeah, there's you and Amber, and you've got your hoodie on and the Shiptons. And what was the number one question that you had for them, and how did they respond?
I guess we wanted to know more personal information about Julian. Like, is he getting our letters? Does he know how much support he has for him out here? You know, can he hear us? That's what I think was our number one ask. Well, you know, we didn't want to ask the same bullshit journalist questions. We know the story inside and out, you know?
Yeah.
So we don't have this stupid bubblehead broadcaster questions.
Yeah.
We have the, hey, how is Julian? How is his health? Is he getting health care at all? Or do you
and
know?
how can we help, and how can we communicate that need to
exactly
our
and how do we reach
audiences
more
and
people?
share it with our sisters and brothers? So
For sure.
Really important, because the corporatized media in this country is not worth 5 seconds of your time. It's trash. We are heading into the deck. Did you get everything out of this slide that you wanted to? That was...
Yep.
Yeah, so we're on to the next one here. What do we got here? President Biden.
Oh, so this was today. Of course, today's Earth Day, right?
Yeah.
So yesterday, Biden says... Folks, today I signed an executive order that revitalizes our nation's commitment to environmental justice in order to achieve real progress that communities can count on. So I went over to the White House and I looked at the little presser that dropped with this executive order. And one of the bullet points in it, I just had to laugh at the fucking hypocrisy of it. Strengthening engagement with communities and mobilizing federal agencies to confront existing legacy barriers and injustice. Communities with environmental justice concerns have long experienced exclusion and other significant barriers to having a voice in federal decision making. This executive order recognizes this reality and that racism is a fundamental driver of environmental injustice. It directs agencies to actively facilitate meaningful public participation and just treatment of all people in agencies' decision making. The executive order also underscores the vital importance of tribal constellations and coordinations, including to strengthen nation-to-nation relationships on issues involving environmental justice. Standing Rock?
Yeah, and they turn around and arrest the activists.
Standing Rock? That's all I'm going to say. You fucking hypocrites. Shut the hell up.
Yeah, well, the Hands Off Uhuru movement, too. They arrested four people this week.
I mean, this is completely blowing smoke up your ass. Yeah, in actuality, these are all the things that we should be getting and we should already have because they've already been wrote down for a long fucking time. But,
this is just the hypocrisy coming out of this dipshit, demented administration. Now, you dropped this one in the deck here.
I did.
Yeah.
I keep hearing my cat come in under me.
Wow.
Meow.
Wow.
Where are we? We skip ahead?
I skipped one, yeah.
Okay. So this was today. I'm always in awe of what they're doing in France. And if we don't get it, shut it down. It's taken literally in France as protesters build a concrete wall in the middle of a national road in Toulouse. Is that Toulouse?
Toulouse, like Toulouse-Lautrec. I would assume. Yeah, I think
yet again, I'm in fucking awe. They stormed Wall Street. They stormed BlackRock. They egged Macron in the fucking face.
Yeah, they built a souffle on his head. That was good.
Walls.
Yeah.
Like, God, I'm so bummed. We don't do anything fun in America.
Yeah, well, one of these days we're going to be pushed to the point where we do things that are necessary, and we should be doing them now. Supporting our sisters and brothers. Caitlin Johnstone here. You got another one. You got all these reedy ones here tonight.
I know, but sometimes you got to read. Caitlin Johnstone, after the Hunter Biden laptop leak, Tony Blinken called his CIA buddy, Mike Morrell, to make it go away. And Morrell has now admitted to cooking up the bogus Russian disinfo letter from 51 intelligence insiders, help Vice President Biden because I wanted him to win the election.
You know why?
You know?
Yeah.
I remember you and I were on air the day that the Hunter Biden laptop dropped.
Oh, yeah.
We went and we got on a private server and we went over and we took a look at it ourselves and we verified that it was indeed real. And I will never get those images out of my head again.
Yeah.
And you and I came on air and we said, I'm going to tell you right fucking now that this laptop is real. And that this is not going away, and that this is going to keep coming up until it's a big festering boil and blows everywhere, because that's how much bad stuff was in it. Jilly, I know you remember us saying that.
Yeah, I know.
That was 2.5 years ago, and here we are.
Already.
Here we are.
2.5 years gone by already.
We called it then. We called it the day that thing dropped.
Yeah,
it was real. It wasn't Russian disinformation.
Yeah, it's horrendous. What do you got, demented guy up here doing now? What's this all about?
If I remember right, this is the debates. I went back. I went back and got the debate from 2.5 years ago when Biden was telling everybody that he had all of the former heads of the CIA.
51 agencies and all that
51
bullshit.
Agencies.
All right, yeah. Let's listen to Mr. Dementia talk here. Let's listen to this.
Just to see this take place, I am. The character of the country is on the ballot. Our character is on the ballot. Look at us closely.
Let me ask some follow-up. Please respond, and then we're going to have follow-up.
If this stuff is true about Russia, Ukraine, China, other countries, Iraq, if this is true, then he's a corrupt politician.
He is.
So don't give me the stuff about how you're this innocent baby. Joe, they're calling you a corrupt politician.
Nobody.
President Trump, I want to stay on the issue of race. We're talking about the issue.
From hell.
President Trump,
Nobody.
we're talking about race right now, and I do want to stay on the issue of race. President Trump,
I have to respond to that.
Please,
because look,
very quickly.
there are 50 former national intelligence folks who said that what he's accusing me of is a Russian plan. They have said that this is
bullshit.
Five former heads of the
You
CIA.
said that at the time.
I keep saying bullshit. That's my number one go-to.
Nobody believes it except his and his good friend Rudy Giuliani.
You mean the laptop is now another Russia hoax?
Exactly.
Exactly what
this is where he's going. The laptop is Russia.
I want to stay.
That was Trump in real time finding out that they were going to spin this as Russian disinformation. But can I point out, he brings up his friend Rudy Giuliani. Do you remember that presser with Giuliani where he was sweating and his hair dye was running down his face?
His head? Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it would have been a little bit more believable if he would have chose anybody but Giuliani to go out there and represent him that fucking day. Everybody just discredited it because Giuliani's head was melting, right?
Yeah, they need an image person to take care of these idiots when they're out there. And this is where I gotta ding the Republicans. They need more image consultants out there. They just don't.
I did not like it.
But you notice Russia. You know, I hate it when I agree with Trump. Russia. That's what it's all been about with these damn Democrats. Just unbelievable. Nothing of substance. Russia. You brought a memology here. Is that Hunter?
Yeah, I think this backs it up. This is more on Hunter's laptop.
All right, let's get it backed up.
There are 50 former national intelligence folks who said that what he's accusing me of is a Russian plan. They have said that this has all the five former heads of the CIA, both parties, say what he's saying is a bunch of garbage.
How's it going? Biden campaign. Blinken orchestrated an intel letter to discredit Hunter Biden lapstock story. Ex-CIA official says, I love that.
Oh, it gets better.
Jeez. Yeah, so this backs everything up he just said, right? So is Mike Morrell related to Seth Rich or what? Gotcha.
Maybe Sandy Berger.
Gotcha. Oh my God. What the hell?
Do you guys remember Sandy Berger?
Sandy Berger?
Sandy Berger was a part of Clinton's cabinet. What was he? Somebody will tell me. What was Sandy Berger? He was one of Clinton's fucking henchmen. And that's who did all of the bad shit for Clinton. A lot of bad shit for Clinton was Sandy Berger. So that's all Anthony Blinken is for the Bidens, right? They all have their protectors in the State Department. Hillary was Obama's protector, and so was Comey, right? You know?
Yeah. They all have their handlers. I mean, it's horrendous. I really love this artwork here. What's this one about? What's going on here? Is Biden clowning around again or what?
Biden is a clown. So this is from this week.
All right, let me hit it before I lose it again.
Don't lose it, man. Don't lose it.
Here we go.
Imagine denying poor and disabled Americans on Medicaid, not Medicare, the treatment they need for asthma and diabetes so the wealthiest Americans can keep cheating on their taxes. And by that, I'm saying every wealthy American cheats on their taxes. But we have 1,000 billionaires in America. You know the average tax rate they pay? 8%. 8%.
Wait a minute.
You know the average tax rate they pay? 8%. 8%.
8%.
And guess what? There's so much more. And guess what? 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 Guess what? Guess what? Okay, well, guess what? Existence. Well, guess what? Well, guess what happens? By the way, guess what? All electric by 2035. Guess what?
Is he serious?
Oh, I'm serious. Guess what? Guess what? Drugs for the elderly. Guess what? With big oil. Guess what? Billionaires and millionaires. And guess what?
What?
8%. 8%.
It's over. We are screwed.
And guess what?
But guess what?
Guess what?
Guess what?
Guess what, Chanda?
We are screwed. Guess what? We are screwed.
Imagine, if you will, a country where 1% control almost all the wealth and power. And the other 99% are so brainwashed, they fight vigorously to keep it that way. No shit, man.
Yep.
Thanks,
man,
Rod.
I can imagine it. It's reality.
Rest in peace, Rod. Rod
For sure.
Serling. Oh, my God. It's terrible. I was telling Chanda in the green room, the last 72 to 48 hours, there has been so much real news out there done by independent media. Who's the roll call on that? Glenn Greenwald, Rusty Rockets, what's McNeil of the GB News? Who else? Whitney Webb, Kim Iverson, Sabby Sabs. Who else has been making some? Hardlands, INN. Who else can you think of? There's been
TrueStream dropped a 2.5-hour rant that I fucking loved last night or this morning.
Oh hell, Redacted's been killing it.
I know. Believe me, I brought a Redacted. Actually, I brought one Redacted. But
you're wasting valuable time listening to the corporatized media. I'm not telling our chat anything they don't already know. But even having to listen to the bullshit that's coming out of the MSNBS and the CNN garbage and the tripe, the New York Times is at a new low, and the Washington Post, they are all.
Yet there's some in our sphere that keep crediting them.
Why?
Chris Hedges, fucking Noam Chomsky.
Why?
I mean,
why?
I don't know, and it drives me crazy because
I'm going to start snapping at Chris if he doesn't stop that bullshit because.
Love and respect, Chris, but I hate that shit. Quit fucking pointing to Reuters and these.
Yeah,
rags.
I mean, Glenn and the Gray Zone and so many others are making the New York Times look like the fucking CIA assets they are, and it's ridiculous, but it's crazy. But yeah, don't be quoting the New York Slimes anymore. They're a waste. If you're gonna quote them for their bullshit.
Balance. I see you hanging out. Hey, Farron.
Who? Farron. Hi, Farron. What's
Farron's
up?
over on the Rumble. Hey, Rumble.
Farron's on the Rumble.
You guys are hanging out with a celebrity over on the Rumble. Did you know
Farron,
that?
Farron, damn it! Make sure you pay for your Twitter Blue, Farron, because you've got to help out a movie star, please.
Yes,
I mean, they can't seem to cry about it enough. So, anyway, Alyssa Milano.
I know Hedges will be on Sabby's show on Sunday. Yes, I saw that. And I'm
Eric,
excited
make
for
sure
it.
you
And
press
I swear to God, if he
see if you can work a New York Times. Why do you quote the
Post, I'm gonna lose it.
Eric, if you get Sabby to corner him a little bit on the quoting the New York Times, Jesus Christ, he doesn't work there anymore. They have betrayed him and anybody that's ever worked for. Long ago. Anyway, what do we got behind us? Is this the?
Oh, this is just stupid bullshit. Female crash test dummies. But I just want to know one thing. How do they know it's a female? Did they ask it?
She looks like that lady from the Incredibles. Or
the grandma.
Yeah.
We included $3.6 billion to ensure safe air travel.
Yeah, it is the lady
for
from The
vehicle
Incredibles.
and highway safety program. We fought the climate crisis and generated economic opportunities for working and middle-class families. $27.8 billion in discretionary funding to create a safer, more equitable, and a more modern transportation system. You also plan to make important investments to address the roadway safety crisis, including the critical funding that would accelerate the development, and this is an area I've written to you about, of the use of female dummies in crash testing.
Oh, Jesus.
This will start to fight the gender inequity among vehicle safety and crash victims.
What?
This budget also builds upon and helps actualize the critical investments in the president's historic bipartisan infrastructure law.
What?
So this makes me have questions. Are women dying at a much higher rate than men because they're using inadequate crash test dummies all of these years? I would buy that. I would absolutely buy that because that's what they do. But I haven't heard that, and I don't see any reporting on it to back this up. Like, she just skimmed over it, like, female crash test dummies. And
Well, maybe they didn't want a sausage fest like you were alluding to on your show on Friday.
No more sausage fest, man. Crash test dummies want equality too.
Oh,
but
fuck.
How do they know? How do they know it's a woman? They don't know what a woman is, so how would they know it's a female?
Oh, God, don't even go there. I don't want to talk about that. My brain is on like oatmeal from that this week,
I
too.
can never get Oz to go there, you
I
guys.
ain't gonna do it. I'm not gonna. It hurts my brain. And then you brought this DNC symbol up. That they should have just made that a bullseye.
Well,
on
I
it.
love this meme that says, "First time a drug dealer flexed the Gucci belt for a picture, circa 1981."
Yeah, just say no. Just say no.
I had to throw Nancy in there, yes.
You know,
and then the influencers. So this is the Democratic posse. These are paid social media influencers, and they got all their names there. And yeah, trying to see. They're hard to see.
Nick Knutson. I don't know who the hell that
call
is.
to action. Call to activism.
Carlito activism. The hell? I don't know any of these. Occupy
beware,
Democrats.
They're out there. Occupy Democrats.
That's
we
the
know
only one
Occupy Democrats are freaking.
I don't know. Maybe I'm already mentally
pushers.
proof to that. I saw this week too. I mean, we all probably saw it, but I gotta tell everybody, Chanda is the best partner anybody can have doing a show. You're a great partner. She is there. She's reliable. She writes these shows on a dime when she needs to. I mean, she got my ass out of the fire with the show today because I did not do anything. She wrote a hell of a deck, so we're gonna keep knocking it out here.
There's so much out there. It's easy picking, man. You know, I already got 5 things built up for Tuesday's show. The world's insane. It's a dumpster fire.
This deal with Fetterman, is he going back into the nut house or what? What's going on?
Okay, so no, here's the thing. Remember the whole Fetterman's got a body double thing?
Okay.
Well, apparently his PR presser team decided that he better say something to tell people that he's not a clone. So they wanted to do like a little spoof because it's satire. And here you go.
Oh, my God.
Hey, everybody.
everybody, it's me, Senator John Fetterman, and I just want you to know that I'm back and I'm feeling great, 100%. And, during my time during the hospital, the Fringies really came up with a conspiracy that I have a body double. And I just want you to know that is just crazy. That's not true. And dude, John, what event am I supposed to be doing this afternoon? Dude, really?
Just the two of us.
Hold on.
When I saw that, I was like, oh, that'll make Oz laugh. I forget this. I always look to try to make Oz laugh.
Oh my God, that's great. Conehead. Jesus. Let him eat a capacitor too. I think he's had one too many capacitors. I know. I hate to make light of somebody that's got an illness, but this is beyond ridiculous.
You shouldn't be in public office then. So this is funny. To say billionaires taste like pork says, let's be real, Jackie. He's answering somebody because it says, I love John Fetterman triggering both centrists, libs, and conservatives at the same time. So he says, let's be real, Jackie. The only thing John Fetterman is triggering is Life Alert. The guy is 1 or 2 boosters away from a free Subway sandwich in shit lib heaven.
Oh God, that is fantastic. I mean, honestly, we live in it's a cartoon on steroids.
Look at this one. Look at this.
No,
right
I was
here.
looking at that. I was going to do a story on that. It was just so depressing. Guys, I know where they're standing. I grew up in Portland, right there, and there was nothing there. It was just development back when I was a kid. But the streets of Portland, didn't I say it was starting to look like Kensington?
It's as bad as Kensington, yes. And yeah, so many businesses have pulled out of Portland, but businesses all over the country are going down. I'm probably going to do a report Tuesday on it. The guy, the economist.
The Epic Economist, I miss him. You need to bring him in, yeah.
He dropped 20 retailers were losing this year, and it's shocking. Some of them have been around for 150 years, and they're gone.
Well, yeah, I guess Target's laying off like 9,000 people.
They're all laying off.
Yeah.
Amazon, Target.
Yeah.
I mean, so many layoffs are in the pike right now that are going to come down in the next few weeks from the reporting I've heard.
There is something out there now that Disney is going to have a bloodbath starting Monday, and they're going to lay off 15% of their workforce.
Go woke, go broke.
Well, that's what some people are saying. I just think it's been.
When it comes to Hollywood, that's what happens.
It's
when
horrible.
it comes to retail, that's not what happens.
I know.
They got
It's
inflation
true. Yeah,
to death by
I know. It's apples and oranges.
But
I just want to throw it out there. The bottom line is there are thousands and thousands of people losing their jobs just about every week now. And when I see these figures coming out of the bullshit, demented White House, oh, we created so many goddamn jobs. You didn't create shit. You know, the Europeans are, I'm going to get ahead of myself, but this inflation,
go.
Everything is just going crazy. Has gas prices gone down measurably in your area, Chanda? They sure the hell haven't in mine.
No.
I'm paying the same price I was paying last year for gas, and it's around $5 a gallon. So, I don't.
Well, and I think if gas prices go up on top of the way food prices have gone up, that's when people start getting defiant and start showing up in masses at protests and
well,
shit.
the food banks are hurting everywhere.
Oh, the food. I signed a petition yesterday or today with food bank leaders from around the fucking world or around the country. They've seen a 90% increase in demand since the cuts, the PPE cuts, the extra COVID food stamps that were out there. And people are starving, man.
They are.
I mean, it's been 6 weeks now. We're about 7 weeks into the cuts. And so all the stuff that people had built up in their pantries, the little bit of extra is they're now weeding out. And the food bank line, my local food bank line, has doubled and tripled.
Yeah, I noticed you tried to correct yourself in staying in the country food bank. No, this is worldwide.
Well, yeah,
it's
worldwide.
worse.
You're right.
It's worse in other countries by far because
we're not allowed to know because we're Americans. So they don't bring us that media, and they don't allow us to go out and get that freaking media because they block the sites, they censor the sites on the platform, the American platforms that we're on. So we don't see how people in France are going hungry or people in Germany are going hungry. We don't see that. We're not allowed to see that.
Yeah, that's just icing on this shit cake that we're all getting. And again, I have to commend the French people for fighting back that frickin' tyrant, the tyrannical Macron. We're looking
Trudeau's a tyrant too.
Trudeau. God dang, and I hate it because I'm part French.
They're calling him out this week, Trudeau, for all of his luxury vacations.
Oh, the guy's
a billionaire friends, and he says, "Don't you know what it's like to have friends and family? This is a 50-year friendship."
Trudeau's a punk to start with, and so is Macron, as far as I'm concerned. What did Nancy say here that you caught your attention?
Oh, I thought this was hilarious. So, Nancy says, "Today I was proud to meet with the president of Colombia, Petro Gustave, to speak about the long relationship between our countries and how we can work together to combat the climate crisis, reduce poverty, and to the spread of fentanyl." And somebody tweets to her, "Is Zelensky out of coke?"
Yeah, Zelensky out of coke. Oh, yeah, shit. See if I can get that up a little higher so everybody can see that. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, I couldn't see it. So, yeah,
Zelensky out of coke. Yeah, no shit. And look at him. He's leaning there. He's got I think he's falling asleep looking at Pelosi.
Yeah.
I think he is. So
this is who we're sending abroad.
Oh, Jesus. Chanda, there's so much real, actual news out there. I can't even get it packed in my leaky brain. It's crazy.
I know.
Forget the mass bullshit media, the mass censorship media, the deep state, all that crap. You have to go to our sisters and brothers in independent media. You got the best chance to go there. What are we talking about in the green room about labels too? Somebody asked us about are we progressive or are we left or whatever.
Yeah, I said something about the left not liking something, and somebody's like, "Aren't you the left?" And I was like, according to them, no, I have been a Russian disinformation bot, and an anti-vaxxer for years. So does that make me on the left? No, I don't identify with the left.
Well, yeah, people say Oz, you're against Medicare for all. I said, no, I'm not against Medicare for all. I'm for universal, fully funded health care. Period. Not the restraints that Medicare for all has. If you get that, fine. But ultimately,
and the payoffs.
And the payoffs.
That's all it is fucking payoffs to these partnerships that they make. And only those at the bottom suffer. And I've lived it firsthand my whole entire life, being on Medicaid and food stamps and SNAP, Yeah, they don't give a shit what the people at the bottom get. Oh, look, they want credit for it. That's why they love that word affordable or access, right?
It's all bullshit. And screw the labels. If I will entertain the label of having my shit together. That's the label. Hey, I've got my shit together. Yeah, I do have my shit together because I do want everybody as a human right to have health care. Period. So don't be lying about me again. And you know who you are. You've lied about me several times, and I'll take you on in a debate on health care any goddamn day of the week. You know who you are. Ah, God, that just pisses. Can you tell I'm mad?
It makes you mad. I'm glad to see you fired up, though. You haven't been fired up in a couple.
No, I'm starting to feel better. I hope. Tomorrow I'll probably be in emergency.
I can tell he's getting a little bit fired.
I'm a little frosty tonight. What do you got? Pinocchio Biden.
More Biden.
More Pinocchio Biden.
Lion Biden.
Lion Biden. God, somebody did that with the interview with that BBC reporter last week and put a hat and a nose on him. It was great. That Musk thing. I should have grabbed that to play it. Shit, that was funny as hell. Let me see. Push the right button, Oz.
All initial opinions are this is genuine. What you're about to see may disturb you.
And they went. They went. I've been in and out of Afghanistan and Iraq 28 times. And toxic smoke from burn pits. Many of you have
Jesus
been there.
Christ. What is she rubbing there?
Afghanistan over
I don't know, Iran.
Is that her bolito?
Realize how many lives you saved.
Yes, sir.
Get your hand off my daughter, you asshole.
You really do. I've been in and out of Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq.
I'm in Iraq.
48 times. My son was one of those kids. Spent a year in Iraq. I've been in and out of Iraq, not Iran. I misspoke. Iraq and Afghanistan over 30 times.
So, do you think he's telling the truth?
No.
Of course not.
Clearly, Biden has been all over the place on this one. And after the Post reported on this in 2019, His campaign had to clarify that he had only been to Iraq and Afghanistan 21 times.
21 times. 28 times. 40 times. Over 50 times, 48 times.
What the hell?
Times.
He lies. He lies.
Yeah, no shit.
No shit. No shit's right. Yeah, shit. I think it just makes his brain hurt less when he spouts out a number.
Those are Clown Planet, I want to say.
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. This was great. Now, Chanda and I may have different views, but just remember they're our own. I love this. You brought this.
I love this too. Joe Biden, RFK, Pete Buttigieg, when you don't know which CIA asset will be your next president. Oh, people are like, no, RFK is not.
Let me parse it like this. If RFK could be guaranteed to do everything he said in that speech, or attempt it seriously, I would have a little more faith in it. But how many times have we been here, Chanda?
Been here a lot. Been here a lot. Enough to know. As Bush would say, burn me once, shame on me, and then I won't get shamed again. Or
Jesus Christ. I'm hoping, because Marianne Williamson for this is she'll be lucky if she even gets close to a debate stage. Is my guess. I can't even. And some of the folks singing their praises. Hey, to each their own. Honestly, nice person, not presidential threads, but who the hell
Has she ever been the president of even a committee?
Yeah,
she doesn't exactly have a lot of experience.
I don't know.
Especially, she's so naive to think that the Democratic Party is just going to welcome her and they're not going to sabotage her campaign the whole time, ignore her, and make sure that all the broadcasting companies that they have in their pocket make sure she gets no airtime.
Honestly, if I'm going to throw poo at somebody, I'm gonna back it up with something good.
Even Bobby didn't get no airtime from the shit libs this week when he announced. Tucker had him on it. We're living in a goddamn plant.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Washington Post or was it the New York Slimes or something. Sabrina was showing on her show yesterday. They had everybody in bold letters, all the Republicans. Then they shoehorned Robert F. Kennedy Jr. in there in small case, and then they came back with another Republican or Marianne Williamson, and they didn't even have Marianne Williamson on there originally. They had to update it because people let them have it. But
she's never on there. She's always crying about it.
I'll tell you,
you guys leave me out.
Marianne Williamson says a lot of nice things. Chanda, you say a lot of nice things. I think I say a lot of nice things. But the one thing that I will tell you definitively, number one, her foreign policy is ignorant, dumb, stupid.
Most progressives are. And I think that's where we broke apart from the run-of-the-mill progressives, is we put a lot more emphasis into our foreign policy because we could see that we were setting the stage globally for a lot of problems domestically. And when we're dumping all of our money out to foreign freaking problems.
Yeah, if you want to challenge her on foreign policy, she'll crater within seconds. And honestly, again, her behavior in public isn't all that either. So, and I've talked to her.
I find her a kind of gated community.
She's very gated, in my opinion. Not that Robert F. Kennedy may not be gated.
And that's my nice way of saying it.
Yeah, that's very nice.
So
anyway, did I throw some poo on her? And I threw some good stuff at her. So I guess I was fair, sort of.
Hey, we're gonna be even-handed the whole way because we ain't got no horse in this race.
Yeah,
we know. We know the outcome of the race. We know it's rigged.
Yeah, if you're gonna play the game, pick your poison, but I'm going to pick the one that has the best platform and spin the wheel, I guess. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Just like on The Price is Right.
Price is Right, man.
Hey, Reef. Reef is in the house.
Reefer after dark. Oz said labels are bad. Labels are bad, Reef. You're quoting. That's good.
Okay, so I brought this just for a little context. It isn't any earth-shattering, this is what RFK Jr. said when he was young, but just a remembrance of what he was about when he was young. He was about community service, and I do know that that's a strong trait with the Kennedys. Some of them, most of them, went really far astray,
Yeah.
But Teddy.
Yeah, you don't go swimming with Teddy.
Or for a car ride. But anyways,
shit.
I found this interesting because he understands that it's an occupational hazard for Kennedy to be in politics at this age. I mean, he's so fresh-faced. This has got to be the early 80s. So let's watch it and you tell me what you think.
I will tell you what I think. Believe me.
I know you will. Oh, you might need to turn it up.
Yeah, it's really bad audio.
Well, it's for 1980.
I can't even hear it.
That's so crazy. It came through the studio like that. I can't hear it.
I can't even make it out.
Oh, well. Kill it.
I'm going to have to stop it, guys. Can you hear it? I can't hear it. It's all muffled.
No, I can't hear it either. It's super muffled. And it wasn't muffled when I put it on there. But because the audio is so old, it probably came through the studio like that.
I tell you what, I don't want people to miss out. Can I put this in DaVinci and fix it for you and bring it Tuesday?
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal at all. But it was too muddy to hear and too muffled, which it wasn't when I moved it, but it is really old footage. And you know how old footage is so analoged and just in a one channel. So
now he's, he looks presidential to me. I mean, that voice, the problem with his voice are his vocal cords. He's got that,
well, you could hear his voice much clearer too. That was part of it too, because that's why I kind of went and looked for old footage because I wanted to remember what his voice
actually sounded like. It was like his dad.
Somebody was talking about, he does sound like his dad, exactly. But somebody was talking about, we have the voice cloner, right? We can clone our voices on this show. Mm-hmm. And somebody was talking about for him to be able to go forward with the debates and stuff because his voice is so quiet and, some people can't hear him, that they should voice clone him when he's on like a national debate stage or when he's giving a speech. Do you think they should do that?
No, I
think
that's part of his character now, his image, and he's a well-established attorney and he can speak well. It's that impediment he has in his voice. It's a rare disease that he's got in his voice, and it's not that he's wincing to speak. I mean, because
it sounds painful. I've always thought that listening to him, like, it sounds like he, hurts.
Anyway, Linda, our executive producer, brought a Would You Rather. And here are your choices, Chanda. Would you rather serve a long prison sentence or fake your own death? And the judge says...
you're probably going to do a long prison sentence if you fake your own death.
Well, the way they're going to put us all in jail just by knowing somebody. The judge says, I hereby sentence you to 68 years in prison. Me whispers to my lawyer. Lawyer says, my client has requested you add one more year. And then I'm stuck in Folsom Prison and time keeps dragging on. My brother, Christ, you shot a man just to watch him die. Johnny Cash.
Love that song.
And I have to go with what's the guy's name? This is not Neo.
Morpheus.
That's Morpheus. What if I told you if you fake your own death, your body isn't going to be found? Bad random life tip number 98. Fake your own death burning during the funeral. Pop out of your casket. Made up as a zombie. Your family and friends won't kill you.
Mean.
Trust me on this one. I'm going to go with that. I think that would probably
that's
work.
Me. Obviously, I'd like to fake my own death.
Yeah, I kind of like that last one. That's kind of good. But,
I'm down for
not so
that.
much funny the way they're imprisoning journalists and whistleblowers these days.
Oh, my, threatening? Are you kidding? For nothing?
For
a typo?
nothing.
An accurate
we're gonna knock this bullshit off. We have got, this is excellent. Can I read this one? You brought this one.
Please do.
Columbia House looking for their 1 cent per CD from 1992. Now, I know you guys remember this. I got these once a month from Columbia House.
Me too.
Once
I
you got,
I scammed them.
Once you got on the hook, you get a set of steak knives and your 1 cent, and then they screw you, and you can't get the draw off your money. It's like, oh my God, God, you got to go to court to get your money back.
I would order, here's 1 penny, get 14 CDs, and then I would buy 1 or 2, and I wouldn't buy any more, and then I'd do another one. I mean, my CD tower was stacked in the 90s.
Oh God, and I've got so many CDs now that they're out in the garage stacked up from my old system. That's still functional. Man shouts, "Fuck at that alligator!" Jumps into lake and is killed by alligator. Tragedy struck when in Texas, one man lost his life after being killed by an alligator after jumping into the lake. The man in question, 28-year-old Tommy Woodward, mocked warning signs cautioning against getting in the water because of the alligator just before jumping in and meeting a grisly end. Alligators had been spotted around the marina. And it just goes on. Would you jump in with something's clearly marked?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people do crazy shit like that. And being down south, yeah, they ain't scared.
Well,
they are not scared.
I got to stick up for this guy a little bit, because I had a near-death experience. I was camping one time, stoned out of my gourd, and this great big brown bear jumped in the back of this Datsun where we had all our dinner and flipped the lid on the cooler and was eating my EL fudge. I was so goddamn stoned, I walked up on the side of that Datsun and that bear was giving me the side eye right there. That cured me right there because after
your EL fudge was not worth it.
Yeah, it was not worth it. And getting a side eye from a brown bear in the back of that dot, I'm lucky I'm in one piece. But I was just way too stoned. So those are some of the hazards by smoking weed. So when they tell you weed's dangerous, it is, believe it or not. What do you got here? What's Elon doing now? Trying to make some money?
I'm going to tell you. As of May 1st, 2023, access to the Ukrainian flag emoji will require a subscription fee of $3.99. And this is not true as far as I could tell. I tried to fact check it and I just don't see, but it's still funny.
It's funny. He's trying to turn us upside down and shake all the nickels out of our pocket.
Yeah, he is.
Honestly, I bought the thing not for the blue check because I could give a shit. And how the hell do you blue check the land of Oz? I bought it so I could upload and edit my because I'm challenged. But it plays longer videos when I put them on Twitter.
Yeah,
so.
That's what I hear from a lot of people. Burma said that too. So a lot of people are having to buy the blue check that are in independent media so that way we can get our videos processed.
Yeah, and if I don't start putting more videos, I wrote a Substack before I went in the hospital, and it got pretty good. It
was
review.
Good. It was nice.
It wasn't bad, and I planned on doing like one a week. I didn't think that would be too much. But I felt like shit for the last 3 weeks, so I haven't done it. But I'm going to try it one more time, and if that doesn't use it, I'm going to quit giving Elon my money. Linda must have been reading my mind about my bear story and the weed.
Yeah, she was.
She must have been. So here we go. Executive producer Linda doing the yum again.
Bear prefers Orange Crush over Coke. A sugar buzz is the best buzz. A British Columbia woman possessing 72 cans of soda in her car with the intent of selling them awoke early to find a bear slurping his way through 69 of the cans. The bear favored the Orange Crush and ignored the Diet Cola. I thought bears liked Coke, said the BC woman. I just saw a movie about it. Nah, I'm not into Coke, claims the bear. I really just wanted a sugar buzz, not a heart attack. He continued, it's polar bears that like Coke. You can tell because they're white.
Very good, Linda. I like that.
Linda.
That's great. Love it, Linda. Nicely done. Nicely done. Stick around, guys. We got Sabrina Salvetti coming up in our next segment, and she gets it done. You brought this. This is, what the hell is this?
This is the press. Leave the military $1 trillion military industrial complex alone.
Oh, my God.
They always. And hackers need to step up their game and delete everyone's loans, bad credit, and mortgages. Just saying.
Did you pay your taxes, Chanda?
No.
I paid my taxes.
I don't owe taxes because I don't make enough to fucking have to pay taxes.
Well, I didn't think
that's how sad and pathetic my life is.
Filed together, we make virtually nothing, and I still had to pay some money, and I couldn't believe it. But I'm confident that my money is going to go right where it's supposed to, and that's the military-industrial complex.
Yes, Zelensky will get it.
Yeah, so it's going to go to Ukraine. It's going to pay for their health care, and I'm glad it's being
I could
for a
go
good
for an
cause.
orange soda right now.
Yeah,
too.
I could too.
definitely
Gotta have.
could.
What was your favorite? What was your favorite? Sunkist, Fanta, Orange Crush.
I'm a Crush. I like Crush.
Crush. I know Crush. The Crush had the tangerine, right? That was really kind of a bent on it. It was really good.
I would throw down on a Fanta if nowadays they're just, oh my God, that much sugar would kill me.
I mean, that orange is terrible. I was always kind of a Fanta guy.
Fanta.
Yeah, you could have been one of the Fanta people.
I could have been Fanta.
That's like the.
Yeah, I'm down for root beer too, Eric. Root beer is more my vibe.
Eric, I make homemade root beer when I can, and it's delicious.
You do.
Delicious. I love it. I don't think I can. Sabby says. Well, Sabby's throwing it down, and she's absolutely right. I just want to point out here we are heading towards our goal. She's up to 34,000.5 this week. Come on, guys. Yay. Let's get her shared out and get Sabby supported. One of the calmest, smartest people in independent media. We have great respect for Sabby. We want to get her up to 50,000 subs by July 5th. And I know we can do it if we all try. Sabby is a voice of reason and calm. Unless she gets a little...
she's mad.
When she's mad, don't get in this woman's way.
When does it end? So this is not right. This is not right. You have to push back on this and stand up against this. This is corruption number 2. The way the federal government, these government agencies will go after and take down Black radicals. This has been a problem in this country for a long time. In an attempt to silence them. Meanwhile, let me make something make sense to you, okay? They'll come after them and take down them and point guns at their face. They were not hostile towards the FBI at all. But they'll allow militant, racist, white groups to do what they want. Somebody explain this to me. You can have the march in Charlottesville. You can push people. You can punch people, right? Dylan Roof can walk into a church and shoot innocent Black people, and they're going to take him to get some food. You can do all of that. But you have a Black organization while they were sleeping in their homes, and you show up with guns blazing and you point guns in their face, and you have a militarized force that shows up to take them down, and they have not committed violence upon anyone. Make it make sense. This country does not care about these rights and these efforts. They don't care about your rights. You don't have any rights. You think you have rights? You don't. You think you have a Second Amendment right? Really? Who can carry the gun? Where can you carry it? Can you take it across state lines? Who gets stopped for carrying a gun? Who? How many times you see the police officers shoot a Black man who had a gun that he was licensed to carry? You think you got Second Amendment rights? You ain't got no rights. You don't even have free speech. Look at how they take you down. Look at what they did to Julian Assange. Look at what they're doing to Daniel Hale. Look at what they're doing to Mumia. Look at what they're doing, how they're demonetizing people and removing people from platforms. You ain't got no free speech in this fucking country. Make it make sense, people. I'm trying to get this through to you. You don't have rights. What you have is a pass that they let you hold on to until they're ready to take that shit away. That's what you have.
Out of the fucking park. She's absolutely right. And we better start getting behind people. And if you haven't started, a good place to start is getting Omali. I can't pronounce the last name. Yes, Yashiti, I can't pronounce it. But the Uhuru move, the hands off Uhuru, hands off Africa. I'm going to go to the next one, and I'm going to let Sabby explain it to you. It's real quick, and I'm going to post the link in the chat.
Perfect. I wanted to be very clear to you guys. We don't have these rights. Now, here's how you can help. Let me make this bigger for you. Hands off Uhuru. Let me pull this over here. Thank you. Hands off Uhuru. Hands off Africa Defense Campaign. So they are trying to raise funds, you guys. They are fundraising to help pay for the legal defense. They are going to need one hell of a legal team. One hell of a legal team. And there's different contributions that you can make. So I'm going to put this in the chat. Instead of donating to a politician, donate to this, okay? Because this is what they're going to do. Because I'm going to tell you, I've seen this before. What they're going to try to do is they're going to try to drain them with legal fees. They drain you with the legal fees, then you have no money left. So even if you do win the case, you have nothing to go back to. That's what they do. So if you can, please help them out. Please donate. But the assault on civil liberties that we have among the American people, this isn't right.
You better start speaking out now, because tomorrow they're coming for you if they aren't.
And they won't.
They aren't doing it today.
They won't. You don't hear, I mean, our side's screaming about this, obviously, but you don't hear anybody talking about it.
Yeah, you don't. You don't. And, you know, our sisters and brothers, I've seen it all day. INN's been out there trumpeting, and, of course, Sabby and so many others. It's Omali Yeshitle, and this guy's like 81 years old. He's been a leader in this organization for years. I mean, they help the community. And they're going, this is the wimpy, cowardly administration we have now. They're going after.
They send their brown shirts out
to
they
attack
do.
the weakest organizations out there.
We know how this goes.
And I'm going to call racism on Biden right here,
Absolutely.
right now. That guy has been, you ain't black, you vote for me. Bullshit. You voting for him, you're betraying your own people. You're black. I mean, this is just absolutely disgusting. So please help if you can. Give them a couple of bucks or more if you've got it.
Wow. Jim says somebody donated $70K. Thank gosh.
Oh, my God.
Need more than that, but that's an awesome
keep it
start.
Up. Keep it up. We need to get behind our sisters and brothers of any color, creed, or anything. We need to get behind each other. It's like Sabby and so many of our sisters, it's about mutual aid, and this is some of the most needed mutual aid out there when they get attacked by their own government. We have got to put an end to this. I mean,
that's scary. We know what they did to Fred Hampton.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
What? Julian Assange is rotting in prison right now. So your government has betrayed you all. Our government. So anyway, I better shut up. I'm getting pissed. But thanks, everybody. I dropped the link in all our show chats that I could see, and you can pick up the link, and I'll put it on Twitter again. And I hope we continue to do this until they're free and they're made whole again. What do you got here, Chanda?
Let's see. Princeton study, U.S. no longer an actual democracy. I hate to break it to Princeton. We were never an actual democracy. That was propaganda to get us to think that we needed to deliver democracy globally. But we are a constitutional republic. So sorry, Princeton. You guys got it wrong. And of course, the jinx that's been hanging out for a while. Rob Juno, thank you so much. Hi, guys. Can we get Reefer a wrench, please? Yeah, I see a couple of people not having
Reefer
wrenches.
already had a wrench. We try and give everybody a wrench here.
We always give everybody a wrench. So just the way we are. Yeah, definitely. Eyes will work on it, I'm sure.
I just did. Reef, you should be blue now. And I didn't charge $8. So.
Aram. Hi, Aram.
Aram, what's going on? Oh, my gosh.
We still got a huge amount of slides left, so let's get moving.
Okay, sorry. Go
Get
ahead.
this show on the road.
What do you got here? Is this War of the Worlds or what the hell?
You're gonna love this one. You're gonna love this one. You can't have no food stamps, and you don't need to live in a house, but look what your money bought you.
What are those?
Those are our new jets.
No, they're not.
Check it out. This is the future.
Let me hit the right button. There we go.
The fastest, stealthiest, and most agile fighter of the century, the American 6th generation NGAD fighter will be everything for the Chinese and Russian militaries to fear and lose to, should the seemingly likely war between the world powers eventually break out. The NGAD fighters will be crucial in such a war, and hundreds of them could take to the sky to deal unprecedented damage.
Hundreds.
This is our focus in this video today. The 6th generation fighter that can shock the world, and how the Air Force will wield a lethal, unstoppable, massive fleet of 200 of them. On March 7th, at the 2023 Air and Space Forces Association's Warfare Symposium, Secretary of the Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Frank Kendall discussed the Air Force's future plans to maintain its air superiority. This was the first time the service has given a real sense of the scope and scale of its plan for its future fighter plans. The plan revolves around acquiring 200 units of the 6th generation NGAD fighter, operating the existing 300 units of the 5th generation F-35 Lightning II, and supporting those fighters with 1,000 autonomous drones.
1,000
with
drones.
each fighter
What
having
the
2
hell?
drones. The drones,
Each fighter
also
gets
known
2
as
drones.
Collaborative Combat Aircraft, or CCAs for short, are being developed alongside the manned 6th generation NGAD fighter. In other words, they would be 6th generation combat drones. They would act as extensions of the sensors, electronic warfare, and weapons on manned fighters, saving the fighters from taking on the risk of going to the edge of battle until absolutely necessary.
God.
For this life-saving fighter drone configuration, the Air Force is sparing no expense. For the fiscal year 2024 alone, the service has a budget of $2.4 billion, and $392 million of this goes to the development of the CCA.
That was 10 minutes. I keep having these propaganda fucking war feeds showing up in my fucking YouTube feed. So I watch them like, okay. And yeah, that is straight up American fucking propaganda that's being shoved into your feeds.
Life-saving weapon? You mean
did you put China and Russia, just put the fear in them or some shit like that? Like,
we have allowed this government, and I'll remind you, the Patriot
Yeah.
Act is unconstitutional as hell. Only Congress
100%.
has the authority to declare war, not the President of the United States. And somebody better get off their dead ass
Now
and
we just do
start
proxies,
suing
so.
the shit and stopping these fuckers. And I'm going to tell you another thing, too. Is this propaganda is getting through to the gaming community, and they have no idea what it's going to.
No, they love it. They live for it. I yell at them all the time.
They're going to
because,
be.
you know,
They're going
my
to.
other side is nothing but gaming, and
be
yeah, I'm
crispy
always just like-
critters.
and you can't change it. That's just the mentality. That is the. I don't even know. That's the lexicon, I guess.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Reefer goes. Here's $8 for the blue check. Thanks, fam. Reef, do I need to give you change? That's $10.
Yeah,
how do I send $2 back on these
Send
things?
$2 back,
Can
yeah.
I do that? I don't know. Can I do that? What do we have? This is a very colorful Earth Day image.
Yeah. Earth Day 2035. Yeah, well, that's probably pretty much now. And 10 ways I can help the earth. I can turn off the lights. I can recycle. I can eat more vegetables. I could be nice to animals. I could share a book. I could plant a tree. I could use both sides of the paper. I can save water. I could clean up trash. I could put your underwear in the freezer when it's hot. There you go.
What the hell? Oh my God, Chanda, we're doomed. We are doomed. Where's that? Reef, play that Misty. We're fucked.
It's on the deck. It's on here. I got it somewhere.
Okay. And we got May Day coming up. What the hell?
Well, okay, this is those dirty socialists that want peace. So
Oh,
just so
shit.
you know, God dang. But this is International May Day 2023. It's an online rally. You can go register at wsws.org/Mayday now. I don't know much about this group, but I know I support anybody who's asking for fucking peace.
Yeah, anti-war, pro-peace, all the way, in the words of Chris Berman. You've got this video here. It's a short one.
This is a redacted.
Oh, I love redacted. They really get it done. Now they're a married couple with children, right? They're on it.
I don't know much about them. They kind of just. Are they CIA funded? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I know they tell a lot of truths.
They got 1.8 million followers, and they make sense. And
how did they sneak under the radar all those years?
Yeah.
I don't know.
How did they do that? Were they banned and just got back on? I don't know what's going on. Let's listen to them. I'll shut up.
Interior Minister has claimed the whole world hates America and suggests that Europe is merely a pawn of the United States. Okay.
True.
So let's get a little deeper. He downplayed Europe's significance, saying that the trend is in America's favor. So the idea that America wants Europe to be in decline is totally in America, that America wants Europe to be in decline is totally in America's favor, like the destruction of the Nord Stream pipeline. A lot of people in the chat saying, yep, but he's right. It's true. Absolutely. He's right. He's 100% correct. Yes. And you have to wonder, like when we were just in the Middle East, like people were very, very kind to us, but they became incredibly, I cannot tell you the change in their facial expression when they found out, oh, we're American. Like, oh, American, okay. And we would say, but we live in, we now live in Portugal. Oh, Portugal! Like, we love like, it was unbelievable. Like, the transition from, like, there's an awareness that, oh, but you got out of America. Like, you left because you know it's corrupt and criminal. And you left and you made a decision to whatever. Like, there's like this shift in that.
I like that guy. I like his wife.
Is it time to leave America?
Oh,
is
it's
it
past
really?
time.
I mean,
it's past.
You and I have been talking about it for years now. And yeah, are we at that point?
Yeah. How do people like us get the fuck out of Dodge, and then where do we go?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, do we
because
go to Portugal?
There is no country. Well, even Portugal's got corrupt.
Well, yeah, and this guy's obviously, they've got a beautiful setup. It's a hell of a lot better than
they do.
Better
they
than Breaking Points, I got to tell you.
No, I agree.
They speak pretty much truth to power. But if I'm wrong, let me know. You brought a Joe Biden says again. Is this a PolitiFact?
Well, this is a PolitiFact. So, let's see. Dated on December 3rd, 2021, in remarks from the White House, even after accounting for rising prices, the typical American family has more money in their pockets than they did last year. And yeah, PolitiFact says mostly true.
What? It's because I'm afraid to go out and spend it. I get shot. What? What the hell?
Yeah.
I don't know. And we're on the Cream of Bullshit series. You want to do all these? Are they all good?
Cream of Bullshit. Yeah, this is a good series. I really am starting to enjoy writing this series because I got to actually go out.
Well, now Chanda came up with this one. We started with the one Cream of Bullshit, and Chanda goes, well, let's make it a series. And I'm saying, yeah. So here we go. The CNN.
Okay, so we started out with CNN. So,
CNN's on the chopping block tonight. Here you go, CNN.
I want to ask you about leaving CNN. You relatively recently, left CNN, and clearly they kind of pushed you out as they announced they were.
I've embraced the F word, Dan. Fired.
You got fired. Why do you think you got fired?
I don't know.
Really? You really don't know?
I really, truly don't know. I really, truly don't know. I know I had a popular show by CNN standards, and I know that it was pretty cheap to produce. But I also know every show gets canceled eventually. Sorry. Knock on table, okay?
Yeah.
What an asshole.
But I think what CNN's trying to do is what I just said. Lower the temperature, lower the volume. And I'm rooting for them because we need to have a lot of news networks in this country. We need a wide variety of news sources that are just trying to gather the facts.
He wants to gather the facts.
Oh my God.
CNN reported on Friday that U.S. authorities are seeing if those emails we just talked about are connected to an ongoing Russian disinformation effort.
The CEO, Chris Licht, has talked about wanting to emphasize news, for example, over opinion, right? And do you think you represented the kind of opinion, particularly from the left, that Chris Licht wanted to distance himself from? Because I think that's why he ended up letting you go.
Well, I'm just going to let you say it then.
Yeah.
I think we were doing really fantastic journalism at CNN for the 9 years that I was there.
Why do you think you got fired?
I don't know.
Really? You really don't know?
I really, truly don't know.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. What an idiot.
What an idiot.
He got fired
for sure.
being a dumbass. That's what he got fired for. It's incredible, you know, and they're making this Dominion case like let's get rid of Fox once and for all. They've all been sued.
I know, right?
I mean, MSNBS is ripe for a lawsuit. I know they are. And I hope to Christ somebody sues the pants off of Rachel Maddow for her bullshit. What do we got here?
You're going to love this one. This one's got one of history's favorite little sawed-off henchmen.
Oh, God.
Go ahead and pull the trigger.
All right, here we go.
But we are starting to see some pretty strong ads on both sides of the Trump-DeSantis equation. Watch this.
Ron DeSantis loves sticking his fingers where they don't belong. And we're not just talking about pudding.
Trump should fight Democrats, not lie about Governor DeSantis. What happened to Donald Trump?
Okay. Meanwhile, listen to President Biden when he was asked, got a little irritated when he was asked again when he's going to make a decision about 24.
So you made a decision? You just have to announce it?
I told you, my plan is to run again.
A little bit testy there. Let's bring in Karl Rove, former Deputy Chief of Staff for President George W. Bush, co-founder of American Crossroads, and a Fox News contributor who's watched many of these processes play out over the years. Karl, it's great to have you with us today. So it looks like these two are running head-to-head, even though Governor DeSantis has not put his hat in the ring quite yet, Karl.
Well, I think that's right. I was mystified, frankly, by the Trump ad. Not too many people have heard the rumor that Governor DeSantis
exactly
wants to eat some pudding with his fingers. I mean, I think
him
we
out of
probably
the lower
tripled the
drawer
number
in
of
the
people who've
filing
heard that
cabinet.
in just simply this exchange between you and me.
Yeah, he's still
but
walking,
I thought it was
Kate.
also, though, a key sign that Trump is worried about DeSantis, and I thought DeSantis' reply was better because it was about substantive issues and about Trump's record in office. We'll see how this all plays out, but it's clear we've got two boxers who are willing to go at it in the match.
Yeah, it seems a little bit silly season. He said, you know, he doesn't remember that ever happening unless maybe when he was a kid. But it's certainly, there's a lot of important things on the people's mind.
He doesn't remember sticking his hand in pudding is what she's referring to.
Oh, my God.
So I don't remember that. Maybe I did it when I was a kid.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Just stupid all the way around. That was total cream of bullshit.
Oh my God, that's just you're gonna make me suffer through ice cream eater here, huh?
You got to have the trio. So yeah, here's the MSNBS cream of bullshit.
Oh my God, everybody keeps saying no, it's not MSNBS. It's MSNBS. You can call it MSDNC. I'm sticking with bullshit.
Yeah, total bullshit.
Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi joins me live tonight from California. Congresswoman, it's great to have you.
Rousing applause.
My pleasure to be here. Thank you.
I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you to put aside, if you can, briefly, like substance and your ideological political commitments, and simply as someone who is a well-deserved reputation as a great legislator and very adept at whipping votes and corralling votes, what you think of Kevin McCarthy's performance in the role that you had in these first 100 days.
Well, first, let me congratulate you on 10 years.
Thank you.
10 years of the highest ethical standards in your knowledge, your values.
Jesus Christ.
Bringing truth to power and to the public. Congratulations. I was honored to be with you right from the start. And thank you for the opportunity to be with you today. I don't want to speak personally about another leader, but I will look at the results. And what you mentioned has nothing to do with becoming law.
I got to go vomit, everybody. I'll be back.
As you know, in the 10 years that you have been on the air with All In.
10 years.
You've been on longer, but with All In, you have seen us move to expanding freedom in our country.
Chanda, that was just painful.
I know.
Hey.
Oh my God, could she lick his ass any harder?
Oh my God, she got in between his toes too. I mean, Jesus Christ, that was horrible.
Enough cream of bullshit.
Well, you did add this last one, which I think is quite apropos. We don't like to make fun of people's looks, but I think this is dead on for me.
I'm journalism.
You're not a fucking journalist. You're a fucking tool. You're a tool. Worthless. Well, not worthless to them.
You know what? Time-wise, I want to skip the Jimmy Dore segment because it's a twofer, and I can take it to Beauty and the Boomer. I mean, I can take it to Trailer Park, to Tuesday's Trailer Park, because we still have so many other segments to go.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. So we've got this one, right? This is right.
Let's see. Biden administration to shell out $1.9 million on disinformation circulars, document shows. So, this is RBN, and let's see. Joe Biden is planning on spending taxpayer money in order to create a sophisticated propaganda program to use it on our own people.
Too right, shocked? Nick. Way to call it. Nick got it.
Nick gets it every day.
I know.
Every
Nick
tweet.
sharp
Nick
as
slays it.
Yeah.
I bring so many of Nick's tweets.
Yeah, we loves the Nick here, so that's good. Your curtain's out of what kilter behind you.
I know. The cats came in.
Cat. Blame the cat.
It was the big gray asshole. He came in and did his claw sharpening shit on
What is this? Windows 95? Looks like you're writing a manifesto. Would you like some help from the FBI? I love that. That's true.
Looks like you're writing a manifesto. Yeah. Would you like some help?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is it.
How come we haven't seen the manifesto from the last big shooting that there was supposedly a manifesto? I mean, the Unabomber got his manifesto published.
Well, they're having to get a Freedom of Information Act. I think Glenn Greenwald's working on that.
I knew somebody was.
Yeah,
that's why
they need a Freedom of Information Act because there's supposed to be a manifesto out there, and they're not going to let them have it. But and that's something I'd throw them $5 if I had it. You know, I would group fund for that.
Yeah, that's how we get. That's how we get the receipts.
Yeah, well, and once again, they're going to make it harder.
Clippy?
They're going to make.
I kind of liked Clippy too.
Make it harder for us to do anything. And this is the last yum yum for tonight, Linda brought, and let's get this pushed through. Here we go.
Kyle, Katie, Kenny, please report to Texas. Bleeblerville and Snook, you can come too. The city of Kyle, Texas, is attempting to gather 2,326 people named Kyle to break the Guinness World Record for the most people with the same name in the same place at the same time. The towns of Katy, Texas, and Kenny, Texas, will host similar events. In futile efforts, Bleeblerville, Texas, and Snook, Texas, will try to follow suit. The town councils of Bleeblerville and Snook urge anyone named Bleeblerville or Snook to contact the appropriate office to participate.
These are real stories. These are real fucking stories.
Somebody should send Kyle and Crystal down there to help out.
Yeah, they should, especially Kyle. He's such a wordsmith.
He is such a wordsmith.
Oh, my God. What do you got here?
This one will make you vomit.
God, I've already vomited several times. I vomited my socks up tonight.
Well, you haven't had any poo today, so here you go.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Well, talking about situations that cause panic, you've been very outspoken about your disdain for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And so we're wondering, just out of curiosity, what was your reaction to him getting arrested?
It's not enough. The 34 counts, not enough. It's just not enough.
Yeah.
I want Fani Willis, and I want Jack Smith. I want anybody else that's indicting him to indict him now so I can get over my PTSD. And this
country. Excuse my language.
Pathetic.
I don't know why he's doing this. I don't know. I mean, and I've said this before, and I'm going to get in trouble. But I have said this before, and it's been in print. I don't know what the difference between our Christian right and the Taliban is. I have no idea what the difference is.
You're not the only person who's said that.
I just don't know what the difference is.
Yeah.
What's happening in this country right now in the name of religion is so dangerous. Yeah. But I have said this before, and it's been in print. I don't know what the difference between our Christian right and the Taliban is.
So you can follow my train of thought here with my data that I've laid out. Honestly, when you look at it like this, I mean, I don't even need to say anything. It's pretty obvious.
Shit. What? Who watches The View? I mean,
I don't know. I guess nursing homes and the hospital waiting rooms. I don't know.
It has to be that. So what do you?
It has to be airports.
Yeah. What is this? Joe Rogan?
Well, this is Joe Rogan covered a story that I covered earlier in the week, and that was the Atlanta Fulton County man who was eaten alive by bed bugs.
Oh shit.
Georgia inmate eaten alive by bugs in filthy cell. Claims. How crazy is this? What did he do? I don't know.
Simple battery.
Simple battery. Oh my God.
3 months later, he was found dead.
He was 3 months. Okay. So simple battery. I don't know what happened. He punched the wrong dude, man. I don't know what happened. So we don't know what happened there, right? Maybe it was. Could have been anything. Maybe it was the other person's fault, right? Could be anything. So 3 months later, Mr. Thompson was found dead in a filthy jail cell after being eaten alive by insects and bed bugs, Harper said. When his body was found, one of the detention officers refused to administer CPR because, in her words, she freaked out. The jail cell Mr. Thompson was housed in was not fit for a diseased animal. He did not deserve this. Disturbing photographs attached to Harper's statement show Thompson's cell, which is covered in dirt and strewn with debris. One image also shows Thompson's bony body with defibrillator pads on his chest, which is covered in what appear to be small insect bites. Do they have the images? See it? Yeah. Yeah, see the image. So there's his cell. Jesus Christ. Wow. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God. Look at that fucking toilet, too. Oh, damn. This is so bad. Look at his body.
Oh,
wow. Oh, my God, dude. Oh, my God.
Don't show that.
Yeah, that was,
they didn't show it. They don't show it.
Everything bagel-looking thing. That's insane. He was eaten alive by bugs.
Welcome to America.
Yeah, that's your for-profit prison system.
Yeah.
The man created or did a simple battery, whatever it was. 3 months he was in there. I mean, a healthy human should not
3 months
be eaten alive by bugs in 3 fucking months. And I'm sure he complained, even Epstein was complaining about the rats fucking running across him before he had his accident.
Yeah. No, God, no. Well, one of the people we can thank is President Obama for eliminating habeas corpus, right to a speedy trial.
Sure.
Thank you very little, you asshole, you criminal. So what do you got here?
Well, this one went with the Biden disinformation, the Biden administration to shell out $1.9 million. So this was dated back from, can I see the date on it? 5/17/2021, I think. And it says the largest undercover force the world has ever known is one created by the Pentagon over the past decade. Some 60,000 people now belong to a secret army, many working under masked identities and low profile, all part of a broad program called the Signature Reduction. The force, more than 10 times the size of the clandestine elements of the CIA, carries out domestic and foreign assignments, both in military uniform and under civilian cover, in real life and online, sometimes hiding in private businesses and consultancies, some of them household name companies. So this is Newsweek. Newsweek exclusive reports on the secret world is the result of a 2-year investigation into the examination of over 600 resumes and 1,000 job postings posted on Freedom of Information Act requests and scores of interviews with participants, defense decision makers, what emerged in a window into not just a little known sector of America's military, but also completely unregulated practice. No one knows the program's total size, that the explosion of signature reduction has never been examined for an impact of military policies and culture. Congress has never held a hearing on the subject, and yet the military develops this gigantic clandestine freaking force. I just found that, I mean, like, it's already out there. It's already happening. You know, we keep saying, oh, well, Biden's creating this. And no, he's just fucking sending more money to what they've already created.
No,
their online
and this
army.
is coming from Shitlib Newsweek. So they're using it. They're using it more fear to inject.
Well, this was 2 years ago, so that's why I'm saying if they're saying this was going on 2 years ago, and now Biden's like, oh, we got to have money for propaganda force.
Yeah,
it's already out there.
They're bleeding us dry. What are we in debt now? $35 trillion. Jesus Christ! You got a bunch of gold here. What's this?
Thank you, Jim. Here's a 5 spot. We appreciate it over on the Rock Fins. How's everybody doing? I think as we have one of the biggest crowds we've ever had on a Saturday night. This is an absolute fun hangout.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? We're going to be finishing up here shortly, and we've got a banger of an outgrow tonight. If you like ELO, stick around because it's really good. What do we got? Gold bars here?
Well, yeah, there was a big heist, like the Latanda heist in Canada this week.
I high-five those guys. Yeah,
I know.
This is great, man. Oceans, what is this, 15 or
This is
something?
Oceans 15.
We have the Royal Canadian Mounted Police confirming that they are looking into a gold robbery that took place at Pearson International Airport. This is just outside of Toronto, for those that don't know the area. At this point, it appears that investigators have no idea who stole the gold or how it was removed. And it seems like this is something that was pulled off right underneath their nose. They don't have much information to give. If they have it, they're not telling the public at the moment. And they're saying that they're still trying to get accurate information on this heist. Now, Thursday, the Toronto Sun reported that 3,600 pounds of gold was being moved through that airport, and it was stolen. That would be worth around $105 million. Now, Pearson is rated as one of the top 30 cargo airports in the world, and gold that is mined in Canada can travel through Pearson on its ways to customers around the world. But this theft, they're saying, is likely organized crime. It would seem it would have to be at this level. And it brings up talk of movies and Goodfellas and things like that, big-time heists that have been seen in movies, and even bringing up some old heists from back in the day.
I'd check Trudeau out. I'd have him investigate.
Justin, where were you?
Yeah, where were you, Justin?
Obviously, this was organized crime. This was professional job. So I doubt we'll ever really hear much more about it.
I was high-fiving him. I saw it on something. Somebody shared it, and I was going, yeah!
We can skip this slide. This is an Amber Alert system that they've set up for parents in Chicago to let them know if there's riots downtown and if their kids are at home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have that problem in our country right now.
Would you rather give up alcohol or caffeine? What's it going to be, Chanda?
I gave up both. So, I mean, I'm back on caffeine now, but I'm never going back on alcohol. So.
I like this one. I don't have a problem with caffeine. I have a problem without caffeine. And believe me, Joey's coffee, I can't get away without not drinking coffee. I think
I love me some Joey's.
Yeah, Joey's coffee, getting it done. What about this one? We doing this one?
Oh yeah, we're doing this next one, 57.
Okay. This is Clown World. Okay, Clown World.
Well, Now, we have been saying it for freaking years, and we have been called conspiracy theorists and crazy and stupid. And now they're going and doing a fucking tour, a press tour, to announce to the world that they're actually seeding the fucking clouds. Told ya.
Is it just...
Earth Day is around the corner, and as ABC News chief meteorologist and managing editor of the Climate Unit, please welcome back the fabulous Ginger.
The View again?
Are some solutions happening? And here's where it's also going to get controversial, perhaps. Cloud seeding is something that I studied in school for meteorology, weather modification. Back when I went to school, it was like, I've poo-pooed a little bit. It was too expensive, it's not efficient enough. Well, guess what? When you get desperate and then technology gets better, 20 years later, here we are. Cloud seeding is ramping up so big. You see me there showing that flare on the plane. They send silver iodide into the clouds, and then it makes it snow more. So they can't make a cloud, right? But they're taking storms that are already there and then giving it a little boost. So that part's not new. What's new is they have hundreds of these ground cloud seeders. So they're actually puffing the silver iodide with a flare. And you see, I think I have a picture of the actual ground cloud seeder into the air. That thing sits all over the Rocky Mountains, all over the American West. 10 states are doing this. And I wanted to tell this story because my friend Russ is the state climatologist of Colorado. And he said, you got to see what's happening with cloud seeding. It is huge, and it's only getting bigger by next year.
Oh, great. I'm sure they won't find other ways to put things in our bodies that...
Well, so she says there's 1,000 of those ground puffers that puff it up into the atmosphere. I would just point out, if they were in France, I don't think those things would be safe.
I think I saw those on Aliens the first time when 1977.
I've seen those out in the woods. I swear to God, I have.
Don't they call those atmospheric... planting or something like that? Yeah, shit. A cashless society means zero cash. Everything will be recorded. Every transaction will be tracked. It's all about control. But most people will only care about it when it's too fucking late. So you brought the CEO from... Peter, the guy that stole all the water from California?
Yeah. Access to water should not be a public right.
Yeah.
That's your opinion.
What an asshole.
What an asshole.
What an asshole. American West faces a record drought while Nestle drained 75% of the Colorado River. What's wrong with this? What's going on? Where's Gavin Newsom? Oh, never mind. He's at the French Laundry. Never mind.
Yeah, he's hanging out in Texas trying to see if he can get the Republican vote.
Yeah, that's who's gonna. When's he gonna declare? When's Newsom gonna declare?
He's got his toe in the water right now. He's feeling the temperature.
Yeah, well, he's getting a lot of heat from social media, so. We'll see how that goes.
He always does.
Yeah, you're going to have to read these. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. So, Gen X, I built my plans around the world ending in 1999. I've been winging it ever since. So true. We did.
Good.
We were the first generation.
No, that's great. I'm so on it. And this is pretty good. Can you see that, or do you need me to read it?
Well, I want to make sure that this is your conspiracy slide for the night. So, of course, you wish you could quit me. That's
yeah.
funny.
Poor Hama Abedin. She's got a terrible taste in men, though. I don't know.
She's got terrible taste in women, too.
Yeah.
So, in case you guys see, for Razzle Drip, swinging around Twitter, because it was all over the place, the last couple of weeks. Okay, so what this is it's supposedly I don't even know if I can say that word on YouTube.
You can't.
Okay, so it's an SNUFF film. So it says this is the
found on
supposed file name that is found. I think it's on the dark web, is what they say, and you can read the screen. I don't really want to read it out loud because I don't want to take a YouTube strike.
Yeah, this is the way they're coming at. They're just, I don't know. If they want to get rid of us, they get rid of us. But yeah, pretty shitty.
Yeah, that's what it's called. So if you want to go look into it,
go look into it.
I have no use in seeing that shit if it's real or not. That's your conspiracy theory for the night.
What career matches your set of skills? In the 15th to 19th centuries, many wealthy people hired garden hermits. That way they got garden gnomes who were real life garden gnomes. Oh shit!
I want to be one.
They would dress like druids, live in a small shack in the garden, and offer wise counsel and guest entertainment. Well, shit, we're doing that now, aren't we?
I wish I could do that. I love dressing like a druid. I totally would live in your fucking garden.
Well, we're living in a small shack.
I'm available if anybody needs a garden gnome.
shit. We're living in the small shack now, so that's.
I'm gonna start renting myself out as a garden gnome.
I don't know how wise the guest entertainment is, but I think we're doing okay. Elon Musk's dad says his son's whole career was funded by that emerald mine. Is that true? I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, his start. I would say yes, his start, but no, the rest of his career was funded by DARPA.
By DARPA. Oh yeah, I've got to get that right.
Yeah.
You got to be right on these things. What do you got here?
I love this. Man spends the day telling people that their babies are ugly while standing outside Walmart.
Did you cut this? Did you cut this one coming up in the queue? Is that, or is that something we're going to do?
No, we're skipping that one.
Okay, but
64.
Small minds can't comprehend critical thinkers, and to be great, you have to be willing to be mocked, hated, and misunderstood. Stay strong, free thinkers. Chanda, that brings up a couple of points here. Now, some of our sisters and brothers, we agree with so much on, but it's that goddamn jab that has caused so much friction between, and it seems like those of us who are on kind of the open-minded side of things are actually open-minded, where they're not so open-minded.
I'm finding that those same people are in that same valley when it comes to climate change, for sure.
Yeah, it's weird.
The climate change and the boop boop.
Way weird. I don't know. I mean, opinions are great. Everybody has them, just like being an asshole.
That's right.
Meanwhile, in space, we're driving past Earth. Lock the doors. No shit, man. Absolutely, lock the doors. I always like that. And this one, Stoner Corner. This is all yours.
Yeah. Well, happy late 420. I had a good 420. I hope you did. Hey man, I stole some roaches out of my parents' stash was a person. Yeah, cute. And I love this one. Wife, did you smoke all my weed? Me. It was an accident. B, I saved the roaches. C, and D, you look very pretty today.
I'm going to go with D for the moron contingency out there.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think we can say this enough, especially the direction Hollywood has been going. But we have to say, Hollywood, go fuck yourself.
Yes, I just got into Euphoria over on HBO. Everybody kept telling me how critical I had watched it. It was about fentanyl. It was about young kids. It was so much about, modern topics. So I go and watch it, and I like it. It grew on me after a while. And now they totally messed it up. We hear the third season's not coming out till 2025, and most of the actors are leaving. I'm like, oh, sure. Get me sucked in and then take it away from me after 2 seasons.
You know what? I do have a recommendation. Poker Face, if you're going to suffer through.
Poker Face.
Get Poker Face. It's on Peacock. But it was
I don't do Peacock. I refuse to feed the NBC fucking machine.
It was a gift.
HBO,
it was a short gift.
Oh, well, there you go.
But yeah, the Tasha Leone, I think her name is, does a terrific job. Poker Face, if you guys are looking for something to watch, there's 10 episodes. Really good. A lot of fun.
Only 10?
Only 10.
I don't even give a series a look unless
they're getting a second
seasons.
season. But I got to tell you remember Gorgeous Ladies Glow, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling?
I do. I
like that. That was
that
was on Netflix a few years ago. But one of the stars, I think her name's Glippen is her last name. She's got one out now on Peacock. It's called Mrs. Davis. And Jesus Christ, I can't even. I don't even understand it.
I've seen it. I haven't watched it, but I saw it.
It's hard to follow. But if anybody has anything on that, let me know. Moving right along, Chanda found out.
Yeah, I liked Russian Dolls too.
Yeah, I like Russian Doll too. That was really good. Woody Harrelson, you.
Oh yeah, so Woody Harrelson confirms Matthew McConaughey might be his actual brother, and yeah, it turns out that Woody's CIA daddy was hanging out in Texas right around the time, and Matthew's mama told Woody, I knew your daddy, and she said it in that way. So he's been out there, I don't know, telling people that. I guess they're doing a new project right now. So Brother from Another Mother will run 10 episodes, and it comes from, I don't know. Brother from Another Mother is what it's called. So is it a PR stunt? Is it a PR stunt?
It's a PR stunt. It is a PR stunt.
Because they can do the whole CIA Woody's dad thing, and I think it's
easily disputed. Just have them take a DNA test.
Yeah,
Right?
it could be that easy, but they won't.
They
so,
won't.
you know.
It's a PR stunt. Did this surprise you this week?
No, absolutely not. Did not surprise me. Jamie Foxx rushed to the hospital suffering a stroke. That surprised me.
Yeah, that surprised me too. Yeah, that was.
He's a pretty healthy guy.
Yeah,
you know?
I have not followed up on that. Is he okay, or what's going on?
I haven't followed up on it. I don't know.
When someone asks if it's been a rough week, yeah, why does it show? Yeah, that's how I felt That's how I felt for the last 6 months. So anyway, Alec Baldwin. Now they're going to lay it all on the arms master, right, for the set.
So basically what they did was they paid off her husband and gave him an executive producer credit in the movie. They're not allowed to have any live ammo, any ammo at all on the set now. And
but
everybody just goes on. But you can hit play. This is only like 30 seconds.
Okay, but the person who handles the prop guns, still under indictment, and they're still going to prosecute. Okay, let's hear this.
Today, that production will resume filming. That cast and crew, much of them remain the same as when Helena Hutchins was killed. Most notably, of course, Alec Baldwin will reprise his role as the film's main character. There's still lots of outstanding legal matters here, but one legal case which has been resolved was between Helena Hutchins' widower, Matthew Hutchins, and the film's producer. They settled for an undisclosed amount, but one of the stipulations of that agreement was that Matthew Hutchins would become the executive producer, that he would see this film through. And many of the cast and crew have said that they are doing this in Helena Hutchins' memory.
Yeah, they're doing it in her memory.
What?
Do you feel guilt?
No.
He doesn't feel any guilt.
Like I said, Hollywood, go fuck yourself. I won't watch that, by the way.
No, I won't either. I won't either.
Watch it. You got a nice graphic here?
Well, that's the truth. Julian did pull the mask off of America's atrocities.
Yeah, I sure did. And he's paying with his life, so.
Yes, he is.
And, nothing can get the years he's lost or the damage to his health back. And I just
years
hope,
lost with his kids.
Yeah, I just hope there's some justice there at some point.
Me too.
Fiorella, Isabella, Fee says, here you go.
Fee says, I'll give it to Elon. I'll give Elon this credit because now that's fair. No Russian state label. Dying to see the libs melt down on this one. And boy, did they melt down. I got to say, that was probably the best part of this last week was watching everybody losing their shit.
Alyssa Milano's,
when they lost their blue checks.
Yeah, she's having baby gerbils, I think, because of this shit.
And it's absolutely the way it should be. She should not have any fucking label. She's an American. She's talking about American things.
Yeah.
She's not Russian affiliated fucking
point
media.
of view. And, being that we're working with Convo, I've got to tell you, she tells me straight away, and everybody else makes no bones about it. She does not get her reporting influenced at all. So
At all.
So this is
Can't
good.
say that about American fucking media publications.
Hell
no. You're going to write what we're telling you you're going to write. And I mean, we see that with the parroted media that they put cascade over each other.
Yeah.
Our democracy, our democracy, our democracy,
Yep. Well, Chanda, it is that time. We have some announcements. We're going to get out of here with a hell of a closer. I want to thank everybody that's been hanging out tonight. It's been fun.
Know. We had a huge crowd tonight. I'm so glad.
Yeah, it's glad. And again, I can't compliment my partner Chanda more.
I can't
she works her ass off to do this, and it's reflected in the work. We really appreciate it. We do this show as kind of a break with kind of a wrap up for the week, and I don't know who else is doing it like us, but we hope our production value is getting better and you have a little fun, maybe a laugh, get some information you didn't have. And we do want to support our sisters and brothers like Sabrina Sulfati, Combo Couch.
Yes, that's always been our goal. Is to share
goal.
The people we're watching. Like, hey, this is who you should be listening to. They got the receipts, man.
And I think we've got our shit together, and we're open to discussing it. So again, I want to thank everybody that's hung out, all the chats, and everybody over on Rumble and Rockfin. And I hope I'm getting better, and we hope to be on more platforms. but we love our peeps here. Chanda?
This is an amazing closer, Oz. You're getting so good at these. These are just getting better and better. And I am so proud that you're my partner. And
thank you.
We've grown
Thank you.
so much. You guys remember what our original decks looked like.
Yeah, we were kind of like Frankenstein. So yeah.
We were.
Yeah. So
we're getting better.
Had a lot of fun. Announcements. What do you got going on?
What do I got? I'm back on regular schedule next week. I think there will be a To Hell and Back because I told Boss I need a day off and you should take one off too. And he was like, yeah, you're probably right. But he didn't listen. He didn't take a day off. So we'll be back.
Well,
so,
I want you to
regular schedule.
I want you to put that clip of him singing "Eat the Pizza" in Hell and Back this week, just so he can see it. Okay.
I will. I'm sure he's gonna love that. He loves it when I bring Stuffy Reefing.
Yeah. So that's fun. So
yeah, everybody needs to head over to Uncle Warren's secret show after this show.
Yep.
It's a cool hangout.
Head over to Warren, everybody, and I will shut up and bid you adieu so we can get going on this one. And we hope you enjoy this. Let me see if I can even find it. I think that's it. Let me get the audio tweaked. I hope that's it. Anyway, good night, and we will see you next Saturday night, and hopefully I'll be a little bit even better and bring more fun stuff. Happy Earth Day, everybody. Have a great evening.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, DC.
Mr. Blue Skies, tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Blue skies, tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Hey there, Mr. Blue, we're so pleased to be with you. Look around, see what you do. Everybody smiles at you. Hey there, Mr. Blue, we're so pleased to be with you. Look around, see what you do. Everybody smiles at you. Mr. Blue, you did it right, but soon comes Mr. Night, creeping over. Now his hand is on your shoulder. Never mind, I'll remember you this. I'll remember you this way. Mr. Blue Sky, tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Hey there, Mr. Blue, we're so pleased to be with you.